In this video, you're going to learn how to simplify rational algebraic expressions, okay? So without further ado, let's get right to it. Now, in simplifying rational algebraic expressions, first, we're going to define what is a rational algebraic expression, okay? So, it is written in the form over D, where D could not be equal to 0 and N, D are both polynomials. Alright? A rational algebraic expression must hold the following condition. First one, the denominator D could not be equal to 0, and both numerator and then the denominator must be polynomials. Okay? Now, in simplifying rational algebraic expressions, the main goal is to factor out both the numerator and denominator, and then cancel out the common factor. Example, our numerator is x squared minus xy, and for our denominator we have 2x squared minus 2xy. Okay? Now, to completely simplify this rational algebraic expression, the main goal is to factor out the numerator and then the denominator completely. Okay? And then you cancel out the common factor. Now, we have factor out the numerator. The GCF of that one is just x. And then find the remaining factor. Simply divide each term by its GCF. X squared, you divide it by x, you're left with x, and then copy the negative sign, and lastly xy, you divide it by x, you cancel out the common, you're left with y. Okay, now factor out the denominator. We know that the GCF of our denominator both have 2 and then both have x. Okay, now find the remaining factor. Again, how to find it? Just simply divide each term by its GCF. 2x squared, you divided by 2x. Now, 2 cancel out to 2, and then x squared, you divide it by x, simply cancel out x and then cancel out the square. Now, therefore, our first term is just x, and then you copy the negative sign from here, and then to find the last term is just simply 2xy, you divide it by 2x, cancel out 2, cancel out 2, cancel out x. Now, we have y. Okay, now after completely factoring out both the numerator and then the denominator, cancel out the common factor. Okay, now we're left with x over 2x, but since we can still cancel out x, the remaining answer must be 1 over 2. Okay, that's how you're going to simplify a rational algebraic expression. Alright, Okay, let's proceed to the next example. 4a 12b. Okay, now what particular number that both divides 4 and 12? We know that the factors of 12 is 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and we have 3 and 4, right? Now our factors of 4, we have 1 times 4, 2 times 2. We know that both have a factor of 4, therefore their GCF must be 4. So you cancel out 4, becomes 1, and then 12 divided by 4, you have 3. Therefore, our final answer is just 1a, or just simply a, and then 3b. Okay? Example number 2. Factor out or simplify this rational expression 6x minus 8x squared. The same process. First step, you factor out the numerator. Factors of 4x squared. We have 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. And then we have 2x's. For the denominator, we know that the GCF of 6 and 8 is just 2, and then you take out 1 common x. Find the remaining factor by simply dividing each term, this one and then this one, by its GCF. Okay? 6x, you divide it by 2x. X, you cancel out x. 6 divided by 2, you would have 3. Okay? Now next, 8x squared, you divide it by 2x. You cancel out x. And then you cancel out the square. 8 divided by 2, you would have 4. You copy the negative sign, 4, and then we have here 1x. Now, our numerator can be factored in the form 2x times 2x. Because when you multiply these values, you would ended up with 4x squared. Okay? Now, cancel out the common factors. Cancel out 2x. Therefore, our final answer would be 2x. You divide it by 3 minus 4x. And this would be the final answer. Okay? Next example, we have example number 3. (2x minus 2y), you divide it by x squared minus y squared. First step is you're going to factor out both numerator and then the denominator. The GCF of our numerator is just 2. Alright? And then find the remaining factor. Simply divide 2x by 2. You would have x, and then you copy the negative sign from here. And then 2y, you divide it by 2, you would get y. Okay? For our denominator, observe that this is the difference of 2 squares. Right? Now, we know that the factor form of difference of 2 square is just x minus y and then x plus y. Cancel out their common factor. Therefore, our final answer is just 2 over x plus y. Okay?